to Weird-O-Rama. I'm your host, Victor von Psychotron, and all of us at Weird-O-Rama will always strive to bring you the creepy.
You look like the devil.
The strange. And of course, the weird.
We're ready for your decision on the Britt Reed matter, sir. Handle it as we did the other two papers that tried to expose us.
Tonight we have a special treat for all of you. A double feature. The first double feature is 2 episodes of strange television. The first being an episode of Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and the second being an episode of You Asked For It, featuring Bela Lugosi. The second double feature will be 2 episodes of the 1940s cliffhanger serial, The Green Hornet. So, lock all of your doors and windows. Turn off all of your lights. Sit back and enjoy a departure to the past of the world of television and serial films.
Good evening. I'm looking to see what lies ahead. The old Romans used to tell the future by cutting animals open and examining their entrails. Due to some objections by anti-vivisectionists, we have to omit the butchering. But through the wonders of modern science, we are not denied a glimpse into the future. Besides, it's much more tidy this way. This is an X-ray of a goat, an animal which the ancients found to be full of strange portents. It looks like rain. I can see this will also give one insight about the past. For example, I now know what happened to those car keys I lost last summer. As to the immediate future, either this X-ray plate wasn't properly developed, or else we are in for a very dismal time of it for the next minute.
There's only one way that you can find out whether you like our product, Skippy Peanut Butter, and that is to taste it with your very own taster. You'll never find out how good Skippy is by listening to us talk about it, because you can't taste with your ear. You can't discover how good Skippy is by looking at it on television, because you can't taste with your eye. Even thinking about Skippy doesn't help because you can't taste it with your brain. In fact, your brain may think you don't like any kind of peanut butter because it's too oily and sticky and hard to digest. But Skippy's secret patented process eliminates these drawbacks. So try Skippy with your very own taster. You'll find it tastes exactly like plump, fancy, fresh roasted peanuts. And if you like peanuts, you'll like Skippy.
Wake up. This is no place to sleep. Come on, wake up. You'll freeze to death. Houston. What's the matter?
Some kid passed out.
Another drunk?
No, I think he's sick. Take a look.
He's sick, all right.
Give me a lift. We'll get him into my trailer. Right over there on the bed, Milt. I can manage now.
Right.
Hi, Milt.
Hi.
Who's that?
I found him lying outside, passed out. He looks half-starved to me. Maybe you'd better heat him up some milk.
If you think I'm going to start playing nursemaid to some crummy tramp, you've got another guest coming.
Oh, be reasonable, Irene. It looks like the poor kid hasn't had a square meal in days.
So, call the wagon. There's charity hospitals, aren't there? I'm not going to spend all my time in between shows cooped up with him.
You can't just throw him out. Maybe he's in trouble. There's no identification on him, nothing.
Well, he gives me the creeps. Vic, I think he's waking up.
What happened? Where am I?
Feeling better, kid?
Yes. How did I get here? Am I dead?
Oh, what made you think that?
Because of you? You look like an angel.
You hear that, Vic?
You look like the devil.
Not me, chum. Victor Sedini's the name. I'm a magician. This is my wife, Irene. She helps me in my act.
Act? What act?
Well, don't worry about that now, kid.
My name is Hugo.
Hugo what?
Just Hugo. That's all they ever called me at the home.
What kind of home is that, Hugo?
Oh, it's a big place. I shouldn't have told you. You see, I ran away.
When I tell you, Vic, trouble.
Let him talk. What are you doing here in Toledo, Hugo?
Oh, well, there was this man I met. And he lets me sell newspapers for him on the street. And at night, I sleep under the bridge.
In this weather?
Oh, I haven't any money. The man took it. His name is Fred. I think he's a bad man.
How come you got sick?
Oh, I'm not sick.
Not much you aren't.
It's just that I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten in 2 days.
2 days? Irene, tell Milt to give you some hamburgers and see if he has some hot soup to take out.
Okay. It's your party.
You're going to be all right, Hugo. Just rest and get your strength back. What's the matter? You're not afraid of me, are you?
You're a magician. I've heard all about them. They can put spells on you.
I see. Now, well, somebody's going to have to put you straight about a few things, Hugo. I'll tell you what. Just as soon as you're feeling better, I'll let you watch the show.
Is Miss Irene in the show?
Of course.
Well, then I want to watch it. I like to watch her. She's pretty.
Good.
Yes, much better, thanks. I wanted to see the show. Oh, I'm not doing anything wrong, am I?
Of course not. George, this is Hugo. Hugo, this is George Morris. He's a high wire artist.
Oh, very happy to meet you. I like artists very much.
This is the one I was telling you about. You know, Vic picked him up.
Simple Simon. Oh, no, my name isn't Simon. It's Hugo.
Right. Well, I've got to go find Vic. We're on in 5 minutes. I'll see you later.
Don't forget what I told you.
I won't.
An angel. She looks just like an angel. What do you know about angels, Hugo? Oh, they told me about them at the home. About the devil, too. What does an angel like her have to do with the devil?
Yeah, sometimes I wonder, too. Now, come on. Let's go watch the great Sadini.
We're going to see the magic now.
Yes, Hugo, we're going to see the magic. My friends, I'll conclude this little demonstration of mystery and magic with the celebrated illusion of sawing a woman in half. I always save this little trick for the last, just in case it doesn't work. All right, if you're ready, please.
Is he really going to do it?
Just watch and see.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Stop him. Stop him. He's hurting her.
no, Hugo, it's only a trick. See?
He's killed her. The devil's killed her.
Calm down.
All right, I tell you.
Look, she's smiling.
I tell you, I'm fed up with taking orders from him. Now he says he wants to put Hugo in the act to take care of the props.
Yeah, but the kid worships you.
Oh, it bugs me just to see him stare. I tell you, I've had it.
So why don't we blow out of here? Head for the coast, just the two of us.
Talk sense, Georgie boy. I'm crazy about you, but that won't pay the rent. Anyway, Vic's a headliner. You're just another carny act. Girl has to think of the future.
Vic, what's that phone he got? Just a couple of trunks full of props. Anybody can do a magic act, honey. Even I could have had a stake for the gimmicks. Like, you know all his routines. We could build our own act. How's that for an angle?
What's the use? We haven't got a dime. And anyway, Vic would never let me go.
We belong together, kid. I can see it now, the great George and company.
There's got to be some way.
George!
It's a big idea.
Let me handle this. Here you go. I think it's time you and I had a little talk, huh? Yes, Hugo, it's true. I love George. And we're going away together.
Oh, but Mr. Sedini, he's such a nice man, even if he does look that way.
How do you mean?
Well, when I first saw him, I thought he was the devil. But now...
You mean you thought he looked like the devil?
Yes. You know, at the home, they wanted to send me away because I couldn't understand things. But I'm all right now.
Oh, yes, you're fine.
I know Sedini isn't the devil. He just does tricks.
And you believed him?
Yes.
Oh, Hugo. I was the same way once. I trusted him. But now I'm his slave. I'll tell you a secret. Sedini is the devil.
Oh, no. George said it's all tricks.
That's the way he fools people. He makes them think they're tricks. Hugo, when I go out there on that stage and float, it really happens. And when he saws me in half, it's because he really wants to. Oh, Hugo, I'm so afraid of him. Oh, please help me. Please.
No, please. Please, don't cry. Please.
What is it? This is it. This is what does the magic.
The wand?
He waves it and the magic happens. That's his power. Do you think you could steal it?
Steal it?
Then you'd have his power. Oh, Hugo. Hugo, nothing can help me as long as he's still alive.
As long as he's still alive. But
you've got to help me. You must. It wouldn't be wrong.
no.
Oh, Hugo, please. Hugo, please. No one will ever know. I'll tell you the way. Please.
Right. I'll help you. Just tell me what to do.
Yes, Hugo. I'll tell you what to do.
Irene, are you there? Where's Irene?
I haven't seen her.
That's funny.
Yes.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
What are you hanging around here for? Everybody's in bed. You're supposed to bunk with the roustabouts over in the prop tent.
I was waiting for you to get back.
What did you want me for?
I needed the keys. The keys to your trunk.
Is there something you wanted to get out of it?
No. There's something I wanted to... Hugo, can I talk to you? No, not now, please, no. She told me what's up. She tried to get me drunk. I'm wise to her. I sneaked out. I gotta stop you before you do anything foolish. I know what I'm doing. No, you don't, you. I know you don't. She's gonna frame you. That's the bit. She's got it all figured. No, you're lying. You kill Sadini, she'll tell the cops tonight everything. You see, you're supposed to be, well, you're just staying with it, kid. I'm all right. You know I'm all right. Sure, pal. Sure. But you tell the cops that line about the devil, well, they'll have their own ideas. You could get locked up for murder. I had to come and warn you, big boy. What's the matter? I gotta get some air. I don't feel so good. Hugo, don't do it. Listen to me. Don't do it, Hugo. George? George!
That's you, George? Where did you sneak off to?
See? I have it. I have it now.
Never mind that thing. Did you do it?
Yes.
Where is he?
In the trailer?
Have you seen George? Does he know?
Yes. But it won't matter.
Won't matter.
All that matters is the wand. The magic wand.
What are you talking about?
Well, you told me yourself. Whoever has the wand has the power.
Where's George?
What's Sadini?
No, Hugo, no.
He went to sleep. So I locked him in the trailer with Sadini.
But if the police find him in there with Sadini, they'll think that...
It doesn't matter what they think. All that matters is this. Now the two of us can go away together. We'll have a wonderful act. You'll see. I can do all the things Sadini did. All the magic.
No, Hugo, you don't understand.
I'll be greater than Sadini. I'll show you. Irene, I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't mean to frighten you. Don't you believe me? Well, then I'll show you. I'll show you I can use the wand. When you wake up, you'll know it's true. Afraid? Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Hugo the Great.
I don't know quite how to put this. However, I must tell you the truth. The saw worked excellently, but the wand didn't. Hugo was terribly upset, and Irene was beside herself. As for the police, they misunderstood the whole thing and arrested Hugo for murder. There's not much more to say, but I shall say it after the following commercial break. The foregoing has made it obvious to me that we've had quite enough for one evening. We shall save the rest until next week, when I shall reappear. Until then, good night.
On the hour of midnight, strange human-like creatures, possessed by the devil himself, would come out of their graves to claim the souls of innocents and turn them into vampire bats.
A warning. What you are about to see is not for the faint-hearted. However, a Mrs. Harriet Fraser of Springfield, Massachusetts, asked for it. She wrote, "Ever since seeing Dracula, I have been an ardent admirer of that fine character actor, Bela Lugosi. I have missed his unusual roles on the screen recently. Could you arrange for me to see him on your show, Mrs. Fraser?" Mrs. Fraser, with a great deal of pride that we present to you now the great character actor, Bela Lugosi, in a television premiere of a new role, that of Master Illusionist. For you now, he presents that weird vampire bat illusion. You asked for it.
It is the hour.
Go get the girl. The cabinet. Now open it. Beautiful.
when you wake, you will not remember what I now say. You hear me?
Yes, Master.
From now on, you will carry out any suggestion that reaches you from my brain. Instantly, without question. When I will you to do a thing, it shall be done. Remember, Miss Fraser, you asked for it.
Yes, Mrs. Fraser, you asked for it. But we all enjoyed seeing Mr. Lugosi again in a bit of stage magic. Mr. Lugosi, you were a man of many, many rare talents there.
Thank you. You're very generous.
The girl, is she all right?
Oh, she's excellent. May I present her? Miss Shirley Patterson.
Oh, lovely lady, Miss Patterson. Delightful for you to return to us. I congratulate you, too, on the splendid work you did in RKO's 3D thriller, That Second Chance. That's the first 3D that boasts the names of people like Robert Mitchum, with Linda Darnell, and...
That's right, Jack Palance. Oh, it was really a thriller. You know, they have that cable car way up in the sky, and Jack Palance and Mitchum have a terrific fight in it. It's really full of suspense. I know you'll enjoy seeing it.
We shall indeed. Second Chance. Thank you very much for helping us. And, Mr. Lugosi, how about your plans? When are you going to bring your distinguished acting back to the screen, sir?
There are a few things coming up. The first is a three-dimensional motion picture called Phantom Ghoul. And the second is a television series which will be produced by Ted Allen and called Dr. Acula.
Dracula?
Dracula? For heaven's sake, no. Just Dr. Acula.
I see. We'll be looking forward to seeing Dr. Acula. And thank you very much, Mr. Lugosi.
Thank you, Arthur. I appreciate it.
And, Mrs. Fraser, we are all very glad that you asked for it. Which brings to mind now, what do you have in your mind to ask us that you want to see happen on your television set at home, on vacation, or anywhere? When you get the idea, of course, it's no good until we get a letter or a postcard. Here is our address. You asked for it. Box 323, Hollywood 28, California. We kind of thank you in advance there because it's very interesting to see what you, the boss, would like to have us do. And now, before saying goodbye for Skippy, America's largest selling peanut butter, here is Hugh Conover with the bulletin. Hugh?
Right, Art. And here it is. Bulletin. Wanted. Rob Sims, originator of flying motorcycles. Betty Fox, who skips rope on a small platform suspended 13 floors above the street. The goddess of fire, who dances with her body encased in flames. The world's fastest self-propelled human. If you know any of these persons or things, wire or write, you ask for it in Hollywood at once. Remember, you'll see it here because you asked for it.
And now, intermission. Refreshment time.
Driving, watching Super Flick, and eating all this great food.
This flick is making me hungry.
It makes me want to flick my bick.
We should have gone to the drive-in where we could eat and flick to our heart's content.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Well, come on then. I'm going to have a pizza and popcorn and ice cream.
And I'm going to have a burger with fries and a soft drink. Yum, yum, yum. This was a great idea.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us, and we extend a cordial welcome to you. We've lined up the top stars from Hollywood and from all over the world to entertain you on our giant screen with the new, colorful motion pictures you've been hearing about and reading about. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome. It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now. Sparkling soft drinks. Steaming hot coffee. Steamed or grilled hot dogs. Crispy hot fresh French fries. How about a pizza? None better anywhere.
sneaking out to the drive-in? Why not take the kiddies along and save the expense of a sitter? Everyone enjoys the drive-in.
Sure handles easy.
Drive happy, Cutlass can make you a little drive happy.
I forgot to get the newspaper.
Glad we ordered these swivel bucket seats.
Yeah, in case I get to drive someday.
The Cutlass S, Oldsmobile's sporty fastback at a price that's less than you might think, to help make you really drive happy.
Drive happy.
Can I drive now?
Take a good look at Clyde Garfield's Cadillac and Oldsmobile dealership. And then take a drive in a new Oldsmobile, Cadillac, or one of the fine used cars. Serviced by Clyde's 21 factory-trained personnel and expert craftsmen. Cadillac and Oldsmobile means the very best in automobiles. And Clyde Garfield is the best in dealership and service. Clyde Garfield's Cadillac and Oldsmobile, New England Automobile Village, Route 3, New Hampshire.
You're invited to stop in at Nashua's own McDonald's on Route 101A. You'll find McDonald's high quality, fast service, and reasonable prices. Also, visit McDonald's at the Drum Hill shopping area in Chelmsford. Treat yourself and the family at McDonald's soon.
vehicle has a powerful kick. Do you think the motor will stand it?
It's the strongest motor ever built and the fastest.
Thanks to your scientific knowledge.
I am satisfactory as a valet, too?
Perfectly. It was a lucky day for me when I rescued you from that native in Singapore.
He tried to kill me because I am a Korean. You shall never be sorry you saved my life.
You've repaid me many times by your faithful service, Cato.
Thank you, Mr. Britt.
Well, have you tried the new horn?
Listen.
It sounds like the giant Green Hornet we encountered in Africa.
Everything about this car is most unusual.
You're right. It was all built here in secret. When I spring it on the world,
everybody will be most surprised.
Yeah, and it'll prove to that skeptical old dad of mine that I'm not just a playboy. Uh-oh. We've got to leave. Axford will be looking all around for us.
Breakfast is ready.
Breakfast, is it? Suffering snakes. Here it is after 10 o'clock, and Britt Reed, boss of a metropolitan newspaper, is not out of bed yet.
Morning, Michael. Breakfast ready? Why didn't you call me?
Call you? Sure, I've been knocking at your door for hours.
Michael, my father originally hired you as a reporter.
Yes, sir.
Somehow you became my bodyguard?
Yes, sir.
And under the circumstances, do you think it's right to try to wreck my father's building by breaking down the doors?
Go on, would you? That's no way to treat an old cop like me.
Morning, Miss Case.
Good morning, Mr. Reed. If it is still morning.
Well, it's never afternoon till you've had lunch. Oh, wasting carbon. Most inefficient.
You seem to forget that this paper is being run despite the lack of a top executive.
I think you were my father's secretary for 5 long years.
Which reminds me, you have an appointment with 2 of your father's old friends at 11:30. Judge Stanton and the police commissioner.
I wonder what they want to see me about.
To compliment you, no doubt, on those scathing editorials attacking the racketeers of our great city, which you haven't written.
Well, which if I had written would have been a very ineffective gesture.
Jenks is in there waiting for you.
Morning, Jinx.
Well, I got the drop on a great scoop, boss.
What is it?
The Billings Dam project.
Old stuff.
No, it isn't. I got it straight. The whole project is being constructed with cheap undergrade material and condemned machinery.
Where'd you get your information?
From one of the foremen.
Disgruntled employee, huh?
Oh, no, boss. This is straight stuff. Well, let me take Picker Benny and go out there and
Get
I'll...
your feet wet. Forget it, Jinx.
Okay, but we're missing a bed, I tell you.
The men are here for that appointment, Mr. Reed.
Show the law in, Casey.
All right, gentlemen.
Straight on. No, Britt. It's cold-blooded business.
Yes, Reed, since you've taken over the Sentinel, we missed the editorials your father used to write.
Yes, editorials that struck hard at rackets and crime.
That slammed at the crooks in politics and kept the police on the run.
Gentlemen, it was my father's privilege to run this paper as he saw fit. I think the same applies to me. It is my idea that a paper should reflect public opinion, not mold it. I also believe that law enforcement should be left to the properly constituted authorities.
People must be made aware of conditions.
Well, if things are so bad, why don't you do something about them?
We're doing all we can. Law enforcement is difficult if public opinion isn't behind it.
The Sentinel will back you, but it won't take the lead. That's for you to do. What are you waiting for? A modern Robin Hood to lead you out of the woods?
Yes, Reed. That's just what this city needs, a Robin Hood.
Miss Case, check the want ad and see if there's a modern Robin Hood looking for a job.
I can see we're wasting our time. It's evident we can't arouse your fighting spirit as we could your father's.
My father wore himself out fighting, and conditions are even worse today. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Good day.
Aren't you ever serious?
Why, Miss Case, I was never more so. This interview threatens to change the course of my entire career. Modern Robin Hood.
me the inside story on that the other day.
Gunnigan, get some interviews with survivors. Check the permits and specifications of the building department. Yes. Call on the families of dead and injured and offer every possible aid.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've got an angle on that tunnel they're building under the river.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, a fellow named Gorman who works there claims it's being built with bad material and faulty equipment. Same as the building's dam was.
Why should contractors deliberately build things that will collapse?
Well, if I knew that, I'd have a swell story.
But you have nothing definite to go on?
No, but I'm hoping to get something from Gorman tonight.
I doubt if you will. I wonder if there is anything to that tunnel job.
Reporter against orders. You bet your life I talked to a reporter. And I'm meeting him tonight to give him the rest of the story. I'll tell him this tunnel project is as big a death trap as that Billings Dam job of yours. That won't do either you or the job any good, Gorman. You look out for the job, Markham. I'll take care of myself. Take the lower road. This one's closed for a blast. All right. Too bad. Gorman drove right into that blast. Yeah. Looks like it couldn't be helped.
Read all about it. What's it murder? Read the sentinel. Read all about it. Extra. Gorman wants to tell a false and tunnel job.
There's only one way to handle reading these papers, and the law doesn't enter into it. That'd make a martyr out of him. To rouse a force against us and to wreck this business we worked so hard to build up. Of course, the final decision rests with our chief, as usual. Promised to communicate with us at 11. Just that now. We're ready for your decision on the Britt Reed matter, sir.
Handle it as we did the other two papers that tried to expose us. By the Sentinel. Reed's threatened investigation must be stopped.
Right. The Sentinel is a powerful paper. Reed is a wealthy man. The price would be prohibitive.
Nothing's prohibitive when it stands in our way.
How long are we to take orders from this unknown leader?
Until he decides otherwise.
Well, I don't like it.
That's enough, Grant. You'll be late for your appointment with Britt Reed.
Appointment? Then you knew what the chief's decision would be.
I strongly suspected it. You detailed 2 men to trail him?
2 of the best, with special orders to be sure that he wasn't followed from Reed.
The offer is very flattering. But just who are the men that comprise this syndicate you represent?
Well, we're not quite ready to announce our personnel as yet.
Well, then we can't go ahead with any deal.
But I can report to my clients that there is a chance to buy?
Yes, when I find out who they are. Goodbye, Mr. Grant.
Goodbye, Mr. Keaton.
Grant?
Look. Frank Axford, Reed Stooge. Sorry, Mr. Grant.
Move it. Yes, sir. Now what happened to the fellow I was following?
And what do you think this is, a parking station? Get in it and get out.
All right, lad.
And when I looked around, Grant's car was gone entirely.
Well, did you get the license number?
I knew there was something I wanted to do.
Well, never mind. That confirms my suspicions about Grant. And Jenks has got a line on him.
Reed tried to question me, but I was too clever for him. You're not as clever as you think, Grant. Why, what do you mean? You were trailed from Reed's. If it hadn't been for my foresight, you'd have been followed to this office. That proves Reed's suspicions have been aroused. The chief phoned orders for you to get out of town and lay low. I'll go about it at once. Don't leave any dangerous papers in your office. Right. Grant may break. Cover him every minute until he's left town. Like a blanket.
This the way you want the mask, Mr. Britt?
It's a marvelous job, Cato.
Here's the gas gun I made.
Are you sure the bullets won't kill?
They just put people to sleep for a short time.
Oh, you're a wizard. And don't forget, when I give you this signal, cut the electric light wires. All right, let's go to the garage. Funny, isn't it, Cato?
What, Mr. Britt?
When we built this secret garage to construct our super speedster, we never thought it'd become the lair for a modern Robin Hood. Are you sure our photoelectric cells will close the doors after we've driven through?
Yes, they did when I tested the car.
How fast will she go?
Better than 200.
All right, Cato. We're going to introduce Mr. Grant and the world to the Green Hornet.
How did you get in here? Who are you?
The Green Hornet.
Green Hornet?
Yes, Grant. Not very well known as yet, but I have hopes for him.
What do you want?
The papers you were ordered to destroy.
I've just burned them.
All of them? What about these? Oh, I see you burned the important ones.
What right have you to see them?
They contained important evidence that I mean to have.
Well?
You're going to tell me who ordered you to burn them.
I'll tell you nothing.
You'll tell me everything now.
Why should I deal with a masked bandit?
Hello?
Hello, Grant.
Speaking.
This is Lou Markheim at the tunnel job.
Yes, Markheim. What do you want?
How am I going to handle these reporters that are after the Gorman story?
Why ask me?
Who else will I ask? You're still attorney for this outfit, aren't you?
Why not ask the chief?
I stand as much chance of getting to him as you do.
All right, Grant. You do the talking now. Who are you working for?
No. Put that gun away.
Tell me.
I'm an attorney for a syndicate. I take orders from the...
Dead.
Sure, the Hornet killed Grant. But why, and who is he?
Well, I'm betting he didn't kill Grant. I think the Hornet is the modern Robin Hood that this city needs.
Well, I hope so.
If you want to talk to that fellow Markheim at the tunnel job, we better get going.
All right, Michael.
Get those pumps going to number 2.
Okay, Markheim. Hello, Markheim. Can we go inside?
You see the sign? No visitors.
We're not visitors. We're the press.
Even the press is barred from this job.
Why? Is there something going on in there you don't want the public to know about? We've been on dangerous jobs before.
Not as dangerous as this one.
You admit it's not safe.
I admit nothing. Get out or I'll have you thrown out.
You think you will?
Sorry you won't cooperate, Markheim. Judging from Markheim's manner, I'd say there was something wrong here.
So what will we be doing about it?
That, my pugnacious Michael, remains to be seen.
That's the car we're looking for. The car of the Green Hornet.
Police car following us, Cato. Turn on the Energizer.
Like a spook. I never saw a car move so fast.
Gorman on number 4 quit. Yes, talk scared them off. Listen, have the new men been signed in the usual way? Good. I'll keep the night shift to number 4. Bye-bye.
Who are you? Green Hornet?
Yes, Markheim.
It was you who killed Grant.
You know better than that.
What do you want with me?
I want you to take me through the compression lock and into tunnel number 4.
I can't. My job's here.
You're taking me into tunnel number 4. How much air pressure in the tunnel?
30 pounds.
Now we can go in there and see what's wrong.
See? There's nothing wrong in here.
That air compressor is skipping. What's the matter with it?
Nothing.
Yes, there is. You know what would happen if it quit entirely, don't you? Come on, speak up.
Air pressure would go down.
These walls would cave in. You know that compressor's faulty, Markheim. You're doing the same thing you did at the Billings Dam, sacrificing human lives by using cheap equipment.
I had nothing to do with the Billings job.
Oh, yes, you did. I know all about it.
You're not bluffing me, Hornet. You're as big a racketeer as any of them.
And you admit you're one?
I admit nothing. The compressor stopped. We got to get out of here before there's a cave in.
Not until you get those workmen out.
There's an alarm, pal, at the airlock.
You're not getting out yet, Markheim. Don't make any sign to those men.
It'll cave in. We'll be killed.
We're staying until you tell me what I want to know.
What is it?
Who are your partners in this inspection racket?
There's 12 of us. The others are...
Yeah, come on. Who are they?
I'll tell you outside. Take me out quick. The tunnel.
We're staying here.
You all right, Mr. Britt?
Yes, I'm all right, but we gotta get Markheim to a hospital.
We had better be quick. He is sinking fast.
Help me get him to the car.
Someone in the city building department.
Oh, I'll say it does. The Commissioner of Public Works has disappeared and the state has taken over the job. And the Sentinel certainly busted that racket wide open.
You might give the Green Hornet some of the credit.
You certainly admire that night-riding masked bandit, Miss Case.
Morning, Chief.
Morning, Jenks.
You're late, Mr. Reed. And I do admire the Green Hornet. I like any man who knows what he wants to do and does it.
Maybe he's clearing away competition so he can start his own rackets.
I don't believe it. The Green Hornet is just what this city needs.
Anyway, he's just what the Sentinel needs. Have you seen the circulation figures?
Well, that helps. What about those men that escaped from the tunnel? Have you located any of them?
Nah, that bunch won't talk. After what happened to Gorman and Grant. I found out one thing, though. Every one of them was covered by a big insurance policy written by a named Mortensen and payable to the company that employed.
So that suggests a good editorial.
Shoot.
Gunny can put this in a box on the front page. And head it, Profit in Debt.
They haven't accused Mortensen of anything. That doesn't mean they don't suspect him. We've got to stop these Sentinel attacks. What have you done about Britt Reed? We've got two of our best men watching every move he makes. Watching him? With instructions to eliminate him when it can be done safely. Mortensen ought to be here now. I told him to come in at this time. Mortensen, you're late.
Late? Of course I'm late, with reporters lying in wait for me every way I turn. Who spilled the story about the insurance on those men?
Markheim, maybe.
Or the Green Hornet. You suppose Markheim told him the names of the rest of us?
No, if he had, we'd have heard about it before this. Chief's waiting to give you your orders. Mortensen's here, sir. All right, Mortensen. Take all papers pertaining to the tunnel job and hide out at your country place until you hear from me.
Wait. Get him back. I want to know what protection I'm to have against the Green Hornet. There are 12 of us in this thing together.
Only 11 now. Markheim's gone. You'd better obey orders, Mortensen. The chief's taking steps to identify the Green Hornet.
Did you interview Mortensen?
Oh, can't find him. His office says he's left town for a few days.
A lot of people have left town since that story broke in the tunnel job.
Oh, Mr. Reed. Sure, I found him.
Found who?
Mortensen, the murdering cool.
Wait a minute. We know his accomplishments. What do you have to say?
I ain't seen him yet. But he's at his country house on the Westwood Pike, 7 miles out. The place is closed up, but I found his car in the garage.
So that's what makes you think he's there?
Yes, sir. And when a couple of thugs made up like gardeners, run me off the place, I knew he was there. So now I aim to get my friend, Captain Ridge, of police headquarters.
Wait a minute, Michael. We have no definite proof that Mortensen has done anything criminal. If we start making charges, we'll have a libel suit on our hands.
Oh, sure, but I know that Mortensen...
Forget Mortensen and try to find some of those men that escaped from the tunnel. I'm calling it a day. See you tomorrow.
How can I call it a day and go looking for people up at... I tell you, it just don't make sense.
That's all for tonight. Reed's gone to bed. The report to Monroe.
Those men that were watching the house have gone, Cato.
And the Hornet will talk to this Mortensen tonight, Mr. Britt?
Yes, I believe he and his associates are taking out insurance on men in dangerous jobs so they can profit by their debt.
All right, kiddo. fellow Mortensen, and I want you to get hold of him and question him.
Still playing detective, are you, Mike? There's no evidence against Mortensen to justify an arrest.
Well, I'll get it. With the force behind me, I can shoot some tough questions at this guy.
All right, Mike. Take Tim with you and see if the man will talk. I'll send a couple more men after him.
Okay, Captain. Let's go. I'll pick up Tim round and back.
This is far enough, Cato. Throw off your lights and silence the motor. Stand by and be ready for a quick getaway. Hold it, Mortensen.
The Green Hornet.
Right.
What do you want?
I know you're one of the 11 racketeers in this criminal ring.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come clean, Mortensen. There's enough evidence in those envelopes to send you up for life. Who's the big shot back of this racket?
Wait. I'll talk. I asked the police to pay me a visit tonight.
You don't want to see the police any more than I do. I'm the caretaker here. There's nobody home.
Don't give me that line. We know Mortensen's here. Go in, Tim. I'll keep this guy here.
Did you see him, the Green Hornet? He held me up.
Sit down. Who's that the cops bringing out? Not yet. Wait.
I tell you, he was trying to force me to open my safe, and your siren sounded, and he ran out.
Yeah? Well, that's a good story, but you're coming down and tell it to the chief. Come on. Come on, Mortensen. There's a car in the back lane. I've got to find out who fired that shot.
You'll get us all hung. Clear out. I'll handle this. Quick, officer. This man has been shot by the Green Hornet.
Stand over there and don't move. Must be making a getaway.
We're just telling this man how the Hornet was trying to rob me when he came back in the door and fired.
Sounds fishy to me.
That's right, Lieutenant. Mortensen didn't shoot me. It was...
The Green Hornet. Now you know I'm speaking the truth.
The police dragnet is out for the Hornet, but But so far, nothing is known of the identity or whereabouts of the mysterious night-riding bandit. That's a good story, Jenks.
Oh, thanks, Chief.
Not so good. I don't think the Hornet did the shooting, if he was there at all.
Oh, he was there all right. Plenty of witnesses heard that Hornet siren of his when he left.
Listen, Chief. I think the Sentinel ought to offer a reward for the Green Hornet.
A reward for the capture of the Hornet?
Yeah.
Well, you think that'll get him?
I don't know about that, but it would certainly boost circulation.
You never lose sight of that end of it, do you?
Oh, Brick. Look. I took the police out there last night.
And I suppose it was the Green Hornet that hit you.
It was indeed, and when I wasn't looking. And anyway, I still think Mortensen knows about that racket.
Yeah, and thanks to your bringing the police out there, he's been whitewashed. He can refuse to talk to reporters, and the police will vouch for him. Work out that reward idea and let me see it.
Those are orders, Mortensen, direct from the chief. Andy will be at your place tonight. Remove all evidence and head for the border.
Why should I run away? I've got the cops with me now.
And the Green Hornet against you, since you laid that shooting to him.
Yes, I guess you were right. Both Andy and I had better clear out.
And remember, don't leave anything that points to the rest of us.
Axford asleep?
He sleeps like a baby, but louder.
Good. Could you burgle a safe?
Not burgle, Mr. Britt, but if it is necessary to open the safe, to uphold the law.
That's the idea. And save many lives. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go.
All right, Andy, do your stuff.
Cut the lights.
If the Green Hornet opens that safe door, he'll never open another one.
That's the car that escaped us last night.
He won't escape us tonight.
Shall I catch him?
Later. He's headed for the state line and he'll stick to this highway. We'll take a look at his safe.
It's not locked.
Wait. Looks like a trap. Too convenient. Lights on, safe open. Hand me one of those curtain cords.
My right, sir.
I guess Mortensen must have taken the papers we wanted. Let's go.
Gas is pretty low. We'd better stop at the next service station.
The Hornet, step on it.
Keep
time.
Faster, they're going to board that train.
Keep going.
Follow the train.
Following us. Throw wide open. We want speed. Look out, Mortensen.
The Green Hornet. No use, Mortensen. You haven't a chance in a million.
We hope you have enjoyed tonight's double feature. Please, feel free to email us your comments about it. Or check out our blog for other information about tonight's double feature and other things soon to be shown on this program. So for all of us at Weird-O-Rama, this is Victor von Psychotron telling all of you to stay weird.
Pounding across the motion picture screen comes the most terrifying monster of them all. Gamera, the Invincible. Gamera, the super monster that even the H-bomb cannot destroy. Gamera, the Invincible.
Attention, everyone! Take cover!
Gamera, consuming raw atomic power. Power to destroy entire cities.
Open fire!
Man's most destructive weapons have no effect on Gamera, the Invincible. The mightiest nuclear weapons ever devised are powerless against Gamera, the Invincible. Is humanity doomed? Will the world be destroyed? The United Nations is called to emergency session in a last desperate effort to save the world.
We have one plan that we think might work. We have discussed Plan Z with the Japanese authorities, and they agree it is the best of our alternative plans. Is that correct, sir?
That is so. Plan Z is hope of the world.
A cast of thousands at the mercy of the most terrifying monster that ever lived. Brian Donlevy as General Arnold.
Is beyond comprehension. He must be stopped now.
Albert Decker as the Secretary of Defense. Will Plan Z stop Gamera? Gamera, the Invincible.
jungle becomes the graveyard of man and beast, as the mighty herd stampede in panic before the paralyzing fear of these monsters from the green hell.
The animals flee from green hell. This I have seen.
And there is something, perhaps even monsters, but a thing of nature, not of evil spirits.
This is the drone of death. The terrifying sound of the monstrous cosmic ray mutations unleashed upon the jungle from a rocket run wild.
Can you guess how big the creature itself must be?
Yeah. But we won't have to guess at it, Dan. We'll see for ourselves.
Out of all mankind's millions, only a handful know the full horrifying danger. Their strange safari to fight the giant insect enemy, filmed with thrilling impact. See the battle with the warlike Kanagas, driven wild by their superstitious fear of the monsters. See the subatomic barrage, powerless against these invincible enemies.